Hi, this is Kelly Fusco, also known as the Sunshine Crafter. I'm so excited today to show you a sneak peek of Trinity Stamps Hip to Be Square from the Warm and Cozy release, which will be available this Friday, October 23rd. Now I can't show you the product, but I can show you the results of the slimline die, which cuts out all these squares, which these openings are exactly 1 inch by 1 inch wide. So they are perfect for so many different techniques. So what I'm going to be doing in this card is I'm going to be coloring rows of color with my Copics, and then I'm going to be popping them up, and well, you'll see. So basically what I'm doing now is just mapping out where I need to change my colors. And you know what's great about this die too? It's got the exact amount of rows for Roy G. Biv, which is 7 colors. So, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Yeah, 7 different colors. So it's 7 rows, 3 squares, 21 squares altogether, and it's such a fun die. So, without further ado, let's begin. Now here I'm just lining them up to make sure that my rows were lined up properly and one didn't go into the other. Now here is fun foam. I made this card using foam tape, but after I added the Glossy Accents it made it a little wonky, so I definitely recommend, if you're going to be propping these squares up and putting Glossy Accents on top, I highly recommend using fun foam. It's more even dimension, even coverage. And now also, when you cut fun foam, or any foam, don't go once and twice over. Just cut it once, because it squishes, and then when it moves back the die, it cuts it more, and it cuts it uneven. So just die cut it once. That's all you need to cut through fun foam. It die cuts easily. Now this is glue I'm using, which is the equivalent to multimedia matte. I'm going to be doing another video next week showing the comparison on those two products. That's a whole other story. Okay, so moving on, what I'm doing is I'm just trimming off a little bit on my squares so they don't show underneath my foam squares. I'm trimming off a little bit so they don't show underneath my square panels. I'm cutting off maybe a 1/16 of an inch on each side, maybe an 1/8 of an inch. Not much, just a little bit, so it hides nice and clean underneath my panels. Now I'm all done. And I also wanted to say, do not get rid of your fun foam frame. Keep that, and it makes a great base for a shaker card. I mean, it's like meant to be. So now that I got all that done, I'm going to, that's a panel, you know, I can color it, make it nicer, and use that for my shaker or use it for another project. Now I'm going to, this is my other fun foam. I'm going to glue these two together to give me more dimension to make a future shaker card, which you'll see on Instagram. I'll be posting that next week. It's a rainbow shaker, and it's absolutely so much fun. I love it. So now I'm just going to add some shimmer to my panel. When adding glossy accents, I highly recommend keeping a Pokey tool of some sort, whether it be a needle or a Pokey tool like I have right there on the left, to pop any bubbles. Even though you squeeze them out on the side on scratch paper, somehow, some way, bubbles always appear, and when it's dry, they really are noticeable. So you got to make sure, tilt it in the light and make sure, that's what I'm doing here, to make sure I got all my bubbles out. And it looks milky white now, but when it dries clear. You'll see here in a moment. Now the next thing here, I'm going to be using some glitter cardstock, and I'm cutting Trinity Stamps Scripty Birthday from that. And the shadow I cut from Vellum, and I'm adding double-sided adhesive from scrapbook.com on the back of the vellum. This is what I use to adhere vellum all the time because you can't see it. My vellum right here that I'm using is very thick. It's pretty opaque, and adding the vellum also here real quick, you really should use non-stick scissors to prevent all that gumming up on your scissors. But adding the sided adhesive does not cause it to be more opaque, which is what I like. It's wonderful. And here I just stacked 3 high, and then I glued my happy birthday on top of my 3 white die cuts that I stacked together. Now here I'm just going to adhere my happy onto my vellum piece, which has the adhesive on the back. And now I want to show you the Glossy Accents. Now that it's dry, it's crystal clear, and look at that, they look like tiles. I love this card because it's simple, but it's striking, and it looks like square enamel embellishments. It's really cool, and I really love this die. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it, and I suspect you're going to see a lot of inspiration all over the place using this die. So now I'm just going to peel off the back of my liner for which essentially is now a sticker because of the double-sided adhesive, and I'm just gluing that down. Then I'm just going to add some gems to finish it up, and that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you get a chance to check out Trinity Stamps Warm and Cozy release, and we're also going to be having a video hop on Friday for the new release. Hop on over, check that out, and if you get a chance, check out Trinity Stamps Facebook group, Instagram TV, and their blog for more inspiration. As always, thank you for stopping by.